green flag. Andrew Magilton has not been headed all weekend. Can he make it a clean sweep? Rod Rajas has things to say about that in the red machine, number 33, and they're away. A good start from Raji's. Looks like Magilton hasn't really got away that well, heading to turn 1 for the first time. Becker's in the yellow machine, number 90, got away well. Rajas into the lead, so Magilton for the first time this weekend has to play second fiddle.
Yeah, Glenn McDonald, he's jumped from about 7th or 8th on the grid to 4th, I see. So he's had a great start there. So Raji's leads them down to turn 4 there. Second is Magilton, followed by Perry Beckers.
Stephen Banks there dicing with the 68 machine of Graham Crawford for AW Automatics. Can Magilton put the move on our race leader, Rod Raji's? As I mentioned, Magilton hasn't been headed all weekend, so this will fire him up, no doubt.
Rod is very good in the wet. Rod's ex-Speedway, so he doesn't mind a little bit of sideways action. He quite enjoys it, so...
as long as he doesn't take to the mud.
No.
Like a true Speedway man. We don't want to see that happen, Rod.
No, I don't think if you get out there now, you'd be stuck out there for the rest of the day, I think. So
Becker's right in with a fight too in the yellow machine, number 90. Ray Jardine has had a good first lap as well. We're seeing a battle just up ahead of them, two cars side by side. I think that might have been Magilton actually coming up. No, it's
Glenn McDonald and Ryan Woods, who's just got under Glenn McDonald's there over the back at turn 10. So as they head down the back there, you've got Ray Jardine and Andrew McLeod, sort of nose to tail. Lots of spray. Be very hard to see. There'll be puddles everywhere, flowing water across the track.
Probably fogging up like a typical 1970s road car as well. And off goes the 87 machine of
Glenn McDonald, the Reddy Rose Carberry car. So Glenn's now back on, but he's lost 3 positions out of that, unfortunately. And dices with Steve Banks up the main straight. All very close up here in the S's. Rod still leads, but Perry's given Andrew Magilton a bit of a hurry along. So that's good.
Looks like Magilton and Beckers might have a little more pace over Raji's, but he's taking the defensive line, if you like. He's not blocking or anything like that, but he's just putting the big red HQ where he needs to. But he's not being able to get away from Magilton and Beckers at all at the moment.
No, not really, and it's with it so wet, if you get offline, you're going to finish up in the mud, so you're very limited. But Rod was saying after the first race this morning, through the S's down here, the car kept stopping, cutting out totally. So I'm not sure what the issue was. They were playing around with fuel pumps and fuel levels and stuff like that. So hopefully they've got it sorted, yeah.
Fourth place too, not far away either. That's the number 27 machine of Ryan Woods, looking to creep up into the tail of the yellow HQ number 90 of Beckers. As Ian mentioned, very wet offline, so you're really having a gamble if you try to take a different move and pass the guy in front of you offline with that standing water. Look at the puddles.
Look at the puddles down the bottom down there. That's amazing, isn't it?
The frogs will be loving it. I heard them croaking yesterday. There might be a few of them at the apexes there in those puddles.
I've never seen wipers work so quick on a HQ as what they are on Ryan Woods' car. They normally just squeak across the windscreen, but they're going quite well.
Well, they're a little bit better than the old vacuum-powered wipers that the first Tiranas had. You had to pump the pedal, didn't you?
Yeah, you did. I noticed the first 3 cars don't even have their wipers on, so... yeah.
Becker's ranging up along the outside of Magilton. He'll have to back off, though, into the S's, but he's going to leave it right to the last minute. Can he nose in front?
It will be tight. Will he get him coming out?
Good move from Beckers.
Yes.
Had the inside line into the exit of the S's. Magilton fighting back on the outside with a little bit more pace. But Beckers once again has the inside line into the old turn 1.
Yep.
Great racing between Magilton and Beckers side by side.
Ryan Woods is now joining in with them.
Still side by side as they head towards the sweeper.
Andrew Magilton's gone a bit wide with so's Perry, and Ryan Ryan Woods
dropped the wheel onto the
the
grass
wheel.
while he's attacking Beckers at the moment, and he might end up second in this battle.
He may out of all this. As they go around the sweeper, he's on the inside for the next corner. So, oops, Perry sideways, Andrew sideways.
Ryan Woods up into second place.
Yes, what a move. What a move. That great move by Ryan in the Head Stud Developments car.
Part of the famous Woods family, is he?
Yeah, that's Eddie Woods' son, Ryan, yeah. So, come along the last couple of seasons and started racing with us, and very competitive. He's done exceptionally well, actually. So
one of the go-to men as far as head development work in Melbourne, definitely Eddie Woods at Head Stud Development.
oh, look, probably 80-90% of the cars on the track would have a Head Stud Development cylinder head on their car. Eddie and his boys down there do a fantastic job of their work and their great pricing. So yeah, most of us use an Eddie Woods head. So all right, so we got Raji's out in front. He's cleared away a little bit.
Ryan Woods, the man that just went into second, has posted the fastest lap in.
Oh, he has, yes. He's done a 2:01.4 to Raji's with a 2:02.5. So he's a second and a bit quicker, yes. So it's interesting to see their kilometre an hour speed over the start-finish line. You look at some of the cars in the mid-pack are actually faster kilometre hour-wise than the lead cars, but their times are slower. So it's interesting to see that.
Yeah, it's amazing the effect speed has when you're racing somebody else.
Yeah, well, obviously they've got the straight line speed, but their handling or their skills aren't quite up to the guy in front or whatever, yeah. So, but Rod's sort of comfortable out there in front at the moment. He's got gapped them nicely 4 or 5 car lengths. Andrew Magilton's certainly given Ryan Woods, he's only got a car or so between him, so he wouldn't want to make a small mistake even. And when they go down to the back over there, Ryan Woods is very close to Rod Raji. So
Hill in the 91 goes through on Lawton.
Yeah, well,
somehow manages to keep it on the straight and narrow after dropping a rear wheel onto the very slippery painted curb. Jilton looked like he's starting to fight back now. He's closed up on the rear of Ryan Woods.
he's certainly side by side with him as they head down the back straight down there, but it's just who's got the bigger brakes, I think.
Or the driver brakes, perhaps.
Yes, yeah, I think the driver brakes are the biggest concern at the moment.
So Rod Raji's in the red machine, number 33, leads Ryan Woods. Andrew Magilton has already won 2 races this weekend in 3rd place, trying to get the Middies machine to the front, but Rod Raji has not put a wheel wrong all race. Becca's not too far away either, as Ryan Woods now starts an outside run on the front straight. Can he get his nose in front to get inside? Raji's into the S's. It'll be a hard move on this wet track.
I noticed Ryan Woods is very good under brakes. He seems to have made, that's where he's made his ground on Rod. So he's got the pass done nicely, very nice.
Exactly what you just described, Dan. Into the lead, Ryan Woods, very good under brakes as Ian just described. So Rod Raji's back to 2nd, Magilton still in 3rd.
So we'll see if Andrew Magilton's got anything for Rod now. Ryan Woods has certainly put a few car lengths on him in that short distance, so we'll see if Rod can pick his game back up. One thing about Rod, he's so consistent with his driving, his lap times. That's where he makes a lot of his time up. So
Becker's the man in 4th, and the yellow HQ number 90 has just posted the fastest lap, a 2:01.2. So we'll keep an eye on his progress as we head towards the end of this race. 2 laps to go.
Yep.
Can Ryan Woods stay in front?
So at this stage, the top 10 is Ryan Woods in 1, Raji's in 2, Andrew Magilton in 3, Perry Becker's in 4, Andrew McLeod in 5, Ray Jardine in 6, Graham Crawford in 7, Glenn McDonald, who's fallen back after his great start, Steve Banks is out at 9, and Mick Magilton, the father of Andrew, is back in 10th place. So the sun's showing dad up at the moment, that's for sure.
Rattray in the number 11 machine in front of the 53 of Brad Ritchie's. Some cars I noticed running the fancy Premier twin lights on them, and some running the single Kingswood lights there, Ian. Just a bit of customisation.
Yeah, the single headlights are certainly easier to get hold of and much cheaper to get hold of. There obviously wasn't as many Premiers built as what there was standard Kingswood or Belmont, so they are harder to come by, so you try not to dim them too often.
Yes, indeed. And how many HQs did the Thunderdome swallow up when it was running? I was there just about every meeting, and I saw a HQ get crunched just about every meeting.
Yeah, look, I was only ever a spectator at the Thunderdome, and I love watching the HQs out there. But man, they must have tore a lot of them up. Holden built a bit over 400,000 HQs, and I don't know where they still find parts from now because they wrecked a lot out there.
They certainly did put on some great racing though, and it continues, of course, on the flat track here at the Winton Festival of Speed. 1 lap remaining for Ryan Woods. Can he keep in front of Rod Raji's, gaining around the sweeper the final time? Andrew Magilton right on Raji's tail, with Becker still in 4th.
Andrew Magilton's going to have a bit of a look up the inside here, I think, with Rod Raji's. See how he goes.
Almost a bit of chrome horn there from Andrew Magilton. Not sure if there was actual contact. Looked pretty close if there was.
I think there might have been a little bit of a touch, and Andrew sort of just backed off a little bit and readdressed it and knew it wasn't quite right. So it's one thing about the boys, they don't go out and deliberately crash into each other. And
they used to, though. I remember some fairly heated affairs in years gone by at state level, but that's all been cleaned up.
Yeah, well, it costs money now when you start crashing, and you know, you don't like to see cars wrecked at the end of the day. We like to see good, hard racing, you know.
No one dumps a HQ at the side of the road anymore when it blows up.
No, they certainly don't. And
still seeing some XLs on the side of the road, though. I thought they'd be scooped up pretty quickly with how popular that racing is now.
Oh, there's a lot of them about. I didn't know they built so many of the things, but yeah, they're certainly about. So at this stage, it appears Ryan's going to comfortably win the last race here today. Second will be Raji's, third will be Magilton, I think.
Ryan Woods takes the win.
Well done, Ryan Woods.
Rod Raji's just got home in front of Andrew Magilton. A great battle for second at the flag.
Perry Becker's come home in 4th. The fastest lap went to Ryan Woods with a 2:01.0, so very good. Second was Raji's, third Andrew Magilton, position 4 Perry Becker's, 5th with Andrew McLeod, 6th was Ray Jardine, 7th was Graham Crawford, Gleb McDonald in 8th, Steve Banks in 9, Mick Magilton in 10, Eric Hilloud in 11, Andrew Lawton in 12, Neville Rattray in 13, and Ben Ritchie's will be in 14, followed by Michael Ling. So that'll round out our class for the day. But once again, thank you to Mount Murad Freighters and the Asphalting Company, which has slipped my mind the name of them, but thank you. On behalf of the HQRA, I'd like to thank all flaggies, marshals, everyone involved with the running of the meeting. Done a fantastic job under the conditions you've been served up. Love to thank Blendline TV for their awesome effort in their camera work in horrible conditions this afternoon and yesterday. So well done to Blendline TV. They always do a fantastic job.
Certainly do, Ian. Thank you very much, Ian Weeks, for bringing us the final race of the HQs, and thank you very much to Kendra Tyres and also Tyre Power, the sponsors of HQ Racing in Victoria.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XRA.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's.
We've also got Shannon's Home and Contents cover,
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
We all agree now is the right time to start making choices to support Aussie businesses, supporting Aussie families and communities. Well, from their humble beginnings in Melbourne nearly 100 years ago, Penrite now sit as a truly respected global lubricants brand across automotive and industry. And the best bit, it's still 100% owned by an Aussie family that employs Australians in Australian factories right here on Aussie
Nice car,
dirt.
those Capris.